You ever wonder why all he ever wanted was a black Grand National?
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough.
The early 80s were a rough time for American performance. Horsepower was dying. Thanks to things like the Clean Air Act and a rising wave of environmental concern, the government started cracking down hard on vehicle emissions.
I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Things like the catalytic converter became mandatory. Engines were being choked out with smog reduction systems and detuned like they were being punished for having fun.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
The Mustang GT of the time only made 157 horsepower, the Camaro Z28 barely more at 165, and even the Corvette of the time only made 185 horsepower. These numbers are absolutely nothing short of embarrassing for the large displacement V8s of the time. Meanwhile, Buick was cooking up something underneath the radar, and this something was gonna shock the world. It all started with the Regal. Nothing fancy, just a rear-wheel drive family coupe. Then came the Turbo, and then the Blacklist. In 1987, Buick dropped the mic. They released the GNX, short for Grand National Experimental. This was the final form. Only 547 of these were ever made. Each one of these bad boys rolled off the line looking like they were going to a mob funeral. They only came in black. Black on black. No chrome, no shame, and no subtlety. Under the hood, there was a 3.8 liter turbocharged V6 tuned by none other than McLaren. That's right, the same people that helped build that and that teamed up with the people who build that to make a muscle car. The GNX was a complete overhaul, coming with a Garrett T3 turbo, larger intercooler, custom suspension tweaks, and a complete transmission rework. It made 276 horsepower and 360 foot-pounds of torque, officially. The reason for the air quotes is because consistently on independent dynos, it made more than 300 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. Okay, stop. Do you understand how crazy this is? The 0 to 60? Between 4.6 and 4.9 seconds. And I know what you're thinking. 4.6 to 4.9 seconds is not that fast. And you're right, it's not by today's standards. There are quite a number of cars that come from the factory with a 4.6 to 4.9 0 to 60. Bro, in the year 1989, it is faster than the Ferrari 328 at 5.9 seconds. All of the Corvettes at a best 6.6 seconds. And even the Porsche 911 came in at 5.1 seconds. And it is a Buick. You know, your grandma's favorite car brand known for their beige sedans. The GNX didn't need to rev higher scream. Not that it couldn't. It made unprecedented torque for the V6. The reworked transmission, limited slip differential, and upgraded suspension made sure that all of that torque got put to the ground. But it was more than about just the speed. It was about presentation.
Presentation!
It looked like Darth Vader in coupe form. It sounded like impending doom. And it pulled up to the drag strip ready to fist fight your ego. And then just like that, it was gone. Buick only made the GNX for 1 year. It was a factory hitman, in and out. Like a fever dream, leaving the people wondering if it ever even happened. So why stop? Because the GNX was too fast, too expensive, and quite frankly, too cool for Buick's core audience. They went back to building cushy sedans for people who say sporty like it's a bad word. The GNX became a legend overnight. Originally selling for $29,000, today you're lucky to find one for under $200,000, that is. Even the jackets that came with the cars today cost anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000. I guess what I'm getting at is, well, it was never the prettiest or the most refined. It might just be the most unexpectedly hardcore American car ever built. You know, people say they don't make them like they used to, but the truth is they barely made this one in the first place. So if you see one in the wild, don't blink, because you just saw one of the rarest, most savage machines ever built in America by Buick. Yep, Buick.